Well, NBC is announcing major changes to its late-night lineup today. It all starts with a new time slot for the Jay Leno show, and then the dominoes fall from there. Laura Ingle is live from our New York bureau to explain.
Hi, Julie. Well, that's a really good way of putting it. The domino effect, the behind-the-scenes drama has been going on for quite some time and almost has an end chapter, according to NBC's entertainment chairman, Jeff Gaspin. And the chairman saying that his goal right now is to keep Jay, Conan, and Jimmy as part of the late-night lineup on NBC. While neither Conan nor Jimmy Fallon have accepted any deals that we can confirm, the Jay Leno show will move from its coveted 10 p.m. time slot to Leno's original 11:35 p.m. time beginning February 12th, and will only be a half hour. It's a move that doesn't come as much of a surprise, and both late-night hosts have made it no secret. Here's Conan making light of the subject while poking fun at Leno's elaborate car collection this week.
No, I had a really weird day. When I got to work this morning, there was a 1923 Duesenberg parked in my spot. Yeah. He'll call me later. He'll call. Yeah, it was no Duesenberg in 23. They didn't sell till 26. He does that on the phone.
Likely that Conan O'Brien and Jimmy Fallon will shift back a half hour, though no announcements have been made on that. NBC brass said that despite lower ratings for NBC at 10 p.m. compared to last year, the network was making money off the show, but affiliates were upset that the show was leading fewer viewers into their late-night news programs, costing them significant advertising revenue. As for late night's Jimmy Fallon, it looks like he'll be content with the new time slot, raising an important point in a recent interview saying, quote, "I'll do my show at 3 in the morning," pointing out that his younger DVR-loving audience doesn't watch him in real time anyway. Late-night fans are tuning in to see the next move from Conan O'Brien. Word on the street is that he may jump ship to another network. However, according to NBC, the talks are still ongoing. We'll keep you informed if we hear any buzz on this one. Julie?
All right, Laura Ingle, thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, you know, this programming shuffle is a big risk for NBC. It's basically admitting failure big time with its current lineup, and it now has to deal with potential fallout if any of the late-night hosts involved, well, don't want to play ball. Media columnist John Friedman from MarketWatch.com joins us now to talk about that. John, good to see you.
It's me here.
All right, so, I mean, look, if I'm Conan O'Brien, I'm a little angry about this. What's he going to do?
No business conscience, NBC.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think Conan O'Brien's going to bolt. Why should he stay? He's humiliated in front of the whole world to show we don't really want you, we don't really care about you. Why should he stay?
Yeah, and didn't they promise him that if he didn't get the Tonight Show, they'd have to pay him a penalty of, what, $45 million or something like that?
Something huge, yeah.
So, I mean, he could argue, I would, as his lawyer, argue, hey, wait a minute, you gave him the Tonight Show for a nanosecond. But this isn't the meaning of the contract. You owe him $45 million.
But you know, this is the true blog age where things happen so fast, opinions and reputations are squared away so fast that Conan O'Brien had no chance. He had to start really, really fast or he was dead, and he's dead.
What about Jay? I mean, I can't wait till tomorrow night when Jay Leno, I mean, I'm going to be tuning in.
It'll be funny for him once.
I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
He is hilarious. I wonder what he's going to do.
He's angry too, but he's keeping his job. And Jay is pretty tough. He's tenacious, as Letterman found out in '92. But Letterman lost that one and went on big things. Jay hopes the same thing happens to him. He leaves this job and goes to big heights.
Here's what I don't get. How does Jeff Zucker, who created what is being described by one media critic as the biggest blunder in the history of television, how does this guy manage to keep his job over and over and over again?
Well, Comcast likes him. Comcast gave him.
But why? NBC is on schedule to lose $600 million in just a year's period of time, and that's one of the reasons why GE decided to unload it.
Could be worse. I guess
could have been better if somebody other than Zucker was in charge.
Yeah, I guess Comcast, which is acquiring NBC Universal right now, is figuring that they'll just take care of the bigger problems right now with Primetime and let this happen later on.
Zucker just signed a brand new contract a month ago, a 3-year contract reportedly. I don't understand, because this is a guy who presided over the demise of NBC, at least in terms of ratings. 5 years ago when he was in charge, NBC was in first place. Now they're in fourth place.
Well, it's a total fiasco. I mean, not only is he getting bad ratings, but he's pissing off all the people at NBC. He's making everyone angry right now between Leno and Conan O'Brien and Jimmy Fallon's waiting in the wings. Everyone's really angry right now.
Yeah, I mean, boy, they pulled the plug quickly. Is this like the fastest demise of a show like this as you've ever seen with such a high-profile person like Jay Leno?
It's got to be. It's got to be the biggest fall of all time.
And the affiliates, apparently they were losing hundreds of millions of dollars because Leno was their lead-in, and all of a sudden, with the ratings, cut in half, they're losing revenues, right?
That's the real deal here. The affiliates put pressure on NBC to make a big move. NBC wanted to keep it going. They didn't want to make this big change and be so humiliated, but they had no choice.
What did you think about the decision to move him to 10 o'clock? I mean, I suppose economically you say to yourself, all right, it's a cheap to produce, our program as opposed to the dramas, which are incredibly costly. So it seemed on paper, at least, like a good idea.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. Leno was a big star. He's #1 in his time slot, a big recognized star. So it made sense from that point of view. But people didn't think he would stop being funny. That was the big problem. Leno just stopped being funny at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Any predictions? What do you think is going to happen here?
I think Conan's the odd man out here. Conan O'Brien leaves NBC altogether, and Leno salvages this somewhat, but I think his reputation is damaged also.
Yeah, and what about the 10 o'clock slot? Now, after the Montreal Olympics, then they got to put something in the 10 o'clock slot. What are they going to do?
Law and Order, times 10.
Yeah.
There's always Law and Order.
Yeah, I suppose. Dick Wolf probably likes that, or maybe he's angry for being kicked off the 10 o'clock time slot.
Everyone's angry now.
Yeah, all right. Lots of blame to go around. John Friedman, media columnist, MarketWatch.com. Good to see you.
Thank you.